Bronze coming all the way through. Let's just sort this out here quickly. Sammy, can you hear me?
Yes, I can. Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Awesome stuff. That was Sammy Bronze
Yes.
coming through with Fuck Away. It's a brand new one from him. We are going to be in conversation with him. He's a hip hop artist. He's a rap artist. He shared the stage with the likes of Proverb, Driman Scub. He served as a judge at the SA Hip Hop Awards for 2 consecutive years. He's got a hit single with Kid X called Dust, and he's here with his brand new single called Fuck Away. Fuck Away. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, Sammy Bronze. What up, boy? And the crowd goes
Thank you so much for having me, Quax. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. How are you?
I'm good, man. I'm good. I'm feeling blessed. Just coming off, just making new music and having to go through a slump of December, getting into January, and now we are in Feb, and we
The
have to
month of
keep
love.
the month of love. The pressure is on. The pressure is on for that 14th Feb.
Sure.
But I'm good otherwise. Just trying to ride on the momentum of the new single that you just played.
All right. Let's quickly take it back because we've got people here who not necessarily know who you are. So let's take it back.
Yeah.
In fact, quickly, where are you currently right now?
I am currently based in Joburg
Okay.
right now.
Okay.
This is where you come and you fight,
The
man.
hustle. This is where the hustle is. Yeah.
This is where the hustle is. This is where you come fight for
Sure.
your spots. This is where you try to get your name known. You get out there. You just basically be outside and push your song. Especially
Sure.
from an independence perspective where everything is coming out of your pocket. So you have to be on point with it. So Joburg
Sure.
is where I am right now. Yeah.
All right. So Sammy Sosa, Sammy Bronze, sorry, comes from somewhere. But what is
Yeah.
your government name? What's your government name? The
My
one on your ID.
government.
Your government
My
name.
ID. So igama nguSamkelo Mdledle.
Okay. And
Samkelo is
mm-hmm,
actually born in East London.
mm-hmm.
Kodwa ikhaya liseDikeni, e-Alice.
Okay. Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yes.
Wonderful.
That's my
And
girl,
where
man.
does that's your government name? And
Girl.
Sammy Bronze, what's that about? Where does that come from? And how were you inspired to get that name and be like, you know what, this is the one I'm going to ride with through my career?
Yeah. So Sammy is derived from Samkelo because I grew
Sure,
up in the household Eklaleni Semi because
sure.
Samkelo. And then
Samkelo, sure.
and then the bronze, it actually comes from kung fu movies.
Okay.
Yes, martial arts movies. There's a movie in particular. There's one movie called The 18 Bronze Men. Right, I'm a fan of martial arts movies. So this movie
Okay.
called The 18 Bronze Men, and I fell in love with the story, and I was like, oh man, I can take from the bronze.
Mm,
The story is loosely based on this Shaolin temple. The Shaolin students, they go through a gauntlet in order to become Shaolin masters. And I just like
okay.
the story of having to go through obstacles in order to achieve. So I took the bronze and the semi-bronze, and it's
That's
worked for
so
me so far.
cool. I love it. I love it. Okay, and then let's talk about in the early stages. Are we
Yeah.
growing up? Are you thinking, okay, I'm going to become a rapper? Is that even in your peripheral? Are you, when you're growing up, are you even listening to rap music? Like, what's your story? Where did this start?
So I did grow up listening to hip hop. In my brother's tape deck, I got an older brother. Like the age difference is the age difference is wild.
Mm,
Um, but in his tape deck was Tupac, Big, and Coolio. So as
Okay.
far as the rap that I was listening to at home, those are the first three tapes that used to play consistently, right? Other than that, it was reggae, because my brother loved reggae music as well.
Mm,
Um,
mm.
so listening to that and seeing the videos on TV, listening to the music on radio, I fell in love with it. And then I started writing poetry at school. And the
Mm.
poetry developed into verses, basically. And then
Okay.
before you know it, I started writing rap songs, 16 bars, as we would call it in the hip hop space. And I took it from there, you know. So I've been performing raps since high school, basically.
Okay. I need to ask you this, and you have to know this answer. Do you
Okay.
remember your first either poem that you wrote and you're like, this is dope? Or do you remember the first song you wrote that you performed for people and they were like, yo, you are dope?
I don't remember the first, oh my goodness. I don't remember the
Oh,
first
snap.
rhyme that I wrote, but I know the song that made people go, "Oh, hey, oh, okay, he's onto something. He's onto something."
Okay. Okay.
Um, but
Can
but
you
but
drop a couple of bars for us? Just so that I can be
oh
like,
my,
oh,
what
okay.
was it? Ah, man, Poxy put
Just a
me on
couple
the
of bars, like just 3 or 4
because
lines. Nothing
you
intense.
write so much. My goodness, can I give you a? Okay, so let me do this because
Okay.
the first recorded song that gave me some notoriety was a
Okay.
song called 90s Flow, right?
All right.
I had the song called 90s Flow. It's a long song. Songs is like 6 minutes. It's
Mm.
got three verses. So I'm emulating the 90s in this song, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
so it's something like, what's the first verse? Um The kickity crazy, the miggity maybe this is diesel music for that Shiva's Reba Rubik, Eastern Cape, you best believe, Ging and Hung misconceptions, trick or tricking, dressed in Reeds, dressed in Reeds, something to that effect.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
So
Okay.
you
Can you
know,
do me a favor? Can you do
yeah,
me a favor when we off air? Can you send that to me because I want to listen to it.
you know. Okay,
I
I'll
want
send it
to.
to you. It's somewhere on my SoundCloud, because
Okay.
those are the early days. SoundCloud,
Okay.
putting your
No, I'm
stuff.
going. I'm going. I'm literally going to search for it because I want to hear it. I
Yeah.
want to hear it.
So I'm basically
Right.
emulating the 90s there. My favorite groups, or because if you listen to that opening line, it's something that what's this group? Crisscross, if you remember Crisscross.
Hmm.
It's something that they would say or do. So that inspired me to write the verse, and a couple of other artists too. It's just an ode to 90s hip hop. So that's the first
Okay.
song that got me sort of like noticed, like, okay, Sammy's not he's not slamming anymore. He's not doing slam poetry anymore. He's rapping now. He's rapping. So that's the
Mm.
one that that made people go, oh, okay, he's got something. He's got something.
Okay. So is it safe to say then that you were inspired by the hip hop that you were listening to at that time, your brother's hip hop per se? Is that what kind of inspired? Did that inspire your sound as well, or did you try and
It
kind of
made me,
infuse an Africanness to it?
yes. So it made me go look for more hip hop. You
Okay.
listen to this. You know what I'm saying? And then, you know, you become more accustomed to, or you learn more and you are privy rather to hip hop publications. This is time when you start reading Source magazine, Vibe magazine. You're watching more videos, so you're like, oh, okay, and now you're introduced to the internet as well because it's got more information. Um, and so I absorbed a lot during that time. and then it started formulating the way I want to rap. And then the more I grew, the more I started tapping into identity, because I was also a Kwaito head as well. And
Oh,
so
okay.
me being outside, because contrary to popular belief, especially here in SA, or rather say, coming from Eastern Cape, rappers are not really outside like that. They're not
Mm,
outside as they claim. A lot of rappers are recluse, and so
mm,
they don't get to sponge off real experiences happening outside. And so for me, tapping into, like we're speaking about identity, tapping into the Kwaito sound and all these other sounds, it was not a hard thing for me to do because I was
mm,
outside. I was a groovist. You know what I'm saying?
mm,
I hung
mm,
around with the house heads. I hung around with the Kwaito heads. And
mm,
so when making that type of music, it was not a hard transition for me to do because I
mm,
lived the
mm.
experience.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Would you then say that over the years, the way in which you go about your music has changed because of how hip hop has also changed throughout the years? Have you adapted to it and changed it up and switched it up, or have you kind of stuck to who you are and what you speak about?
I think it's a duality. I think it's a duality of me sticking to who I am, but also the influence and who was the influence at the time. We thank
Mm.
God for WHP. We thank God for PRO. God bless the dead. It
R.I.P.
RIP. When Pitch Black is the first SA hip hop artist to go platinum, and that changed things. Do you know what I'm saying? So now you're looking at a guy who's completely vernac. Because up until this time, you had Squatter Camp, you had Proverb, you had Zabs, you had Tumi from the Volume, and now all of a sudden, here's this guy going, I uproot, ping the foot. You know what I'm saying? And now, bruh, this album is produced by DJ Cleo and it's gone platinum. So
Mm,
it's got something to do with vernac. It's definitely got something to do with identity. I want to be a part of this. Do you know what I'm saying?
mm,
Yes, we
mm,
come from, what we call the boom bap, which is, your traditional hip hop. But this Kwaito happening right here, I want to mess with it too because it's showing signs of success. The tear gases of this world came after, and they also experienced success. So I was like, let's tap into who we are authentically,
mm.
our native tongues, and let's incorporate that in the music. So those two things happened at the same time, and they were able to gel well together.
Awesome. All right. Let's move away from the music real quick. And I want to talk about you sharing the stage with Proverb and sharing the
Yeah,
stage with the likes of Drimanskab. How did
yeah.
that even come about? And what was your experience like? And why didn't you do a collab with Proverb, bruv? Like, how can you not?
I mean, okay, so it's opportunity is all about time, place, and probably luck. Um,
Sure.
and for me, it was just because also you're there, you're like, man, I'm just happy to be here. You know what I'm saying? At that
Mm,
time, you're not really thinking, yo, bro, can we collaborate? And you also feel like I don't have enough catalog for me to approach this man, sorry, and ask for a feature. And Lord
mm,
knows how much it's costing. Does he even charge? At the time you're coming up, you're not thinking about those things. You're just happy to be here, to share a stage, to share a mic, to share a verse, or just the presence and conversation. And so the older that you get, or the more you get bounced around
experience. Yeah.
in what I call a lost art to little to no artist development happening in this day and age. And so me getting bounced around and going through an artist development, learning how to do interviews, learning how to, show up on time for this, do this, learning how to curate songs and your own songs, and and gaining that experience, now you know what to ask. Now you know how, okay, I should have actually said this to Trimanska. Hey, my gents, you know what I'm saying? Because I met them at multiple levels. I met them from an artist level, and I also met them at a radio jock level, because I also used to do radio. So I had to learn that balance, but now okay, you are more intentful with what you want. Hence the collaboration with Kid X, because you now know what you want. At that time, there's naivety involved.
Mm. Oh, Sammy, I think we just lost you, man. Um, I can't hear you. I don't know if this is on your side, but on my side, we're good. Uh, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Hey, I wonder again. I'm struggling to hear you. Can you hear me, Sammy? Hello? Yeah, look, you can hear me because I can't hear you. Yeah, Tech Tuesday. Why is it always on a Tech Tuesday you have technological problems? Like what is going on? Hey, like what's happening? Why is it? Can you hear me though? Because I'm struggling to hear you. Can you hear me? Yay, no? All right. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to go into some music. And when we come back, we are going to we're going to try again there with Sammy. Otherwise, this is the jump off on Keith and Yesu Radio. It is a Tech Tuesday today, a Choose Tuesday, but we're doing it a little different because it is World Radio Day. We are in conversation with Sammy Bronze, and we are going to keep on talking with him just to find out from him as well the impact, in fact, radio has had in the world of music. And so we'll continue having the conversation with him and the interview with him. But I think for now, let's just get into some music, maybe recap, maybe fix these technical issues. And hopefully when we get back, all be sorted. It's just gone 44 minutes after the hour of 10 o'clock. This is the jump off on Keith and Yesi Radio according to you. The name's Quarks. I'm hanging out with Sammy, and we're doing the right thing and doing the damn thing until about 11 or so. But yeah, let's get into some music and see what